Hey, yeah, you. Hey, you know, I always start this show with way too much energy, way too much, like it's almost panicked. But let's just relax for a little bit. You, the listener. Hey, how are you? I'm always telling this. We're always telling you how we're doing, what we're up to, but how are you? All right, because that's what's important.
Mm.
We'll wait for answer. And then we react. Oh, how about that? Well, thanks so much for tuning in. You know how this show goes. I, Chris Locks, want to kick it with my cruel digital bud and others. With me today, we got everybody here, but I'll start all the way in NoHo, CA. It's Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Hey, Kalen, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I like your Japanese shirt.
Thank you.
Is that one of those restaurants Matt went to in Texas that has like the? Let's see. I feel like I've heard a shade about that place.
It is a restaurant, but it is not in Austin, Texas. It's in Woodland Hills, California. My brother got it for me for my birthday.
What the?
He got you a shirt from a restaurant. Didn't take you out to dinner at the restaurant.
No, it just got me the shirt.
Kalen, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that was his shirt, and he forgot to get you something.
Yeah, was it new, Kalen?
It seemed new. It did seem new. It wasn't.
Was there a sticker on it or tag or something?
Probably a size bigger than me too. So I don't know if this would fit him.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about your shirt in just a moment, but let me introduce everybody else. All the way in Austin, TX, it's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Yo. And then all the way in OC, California, Mr. Gary Smith.
What's up?
Hi, Gary. And then all the way in, Concord,
California.
Concord, CA. That's right. That's the Bay Area, for those who don't know. Mr. Mike Dawson.
What's cramping in?
And Mike is out of town. We'll get to why in a moment as well. But Kalen.
Yo.
So how was your reaction to your brother giving you a shirt off his back for your birthday?
Well,
was he shirtless when he handed it to you? Because that's really suspicious.
The more I think about it, he did not give it to me for my birthday. He must have given it to me for Christmas because he also got his twin brother, our other brother, the same shirt in a different color.
So clearly a buy one get one free situation.
Is this a BOGO?
Here we are. It's Christmas Eve 2021. He has no gifts for anyone, and there's one restaurant that's open around him.
Yeah, exactly.
So everyone's getting shirts.
That's true because it's Christmas. It's an Asian restaurant. Asian restaurants are open on Christmas.
I would definitely stand by this restaurant though, Tatsuki. I used to go there all the time when I lived in Woodland Hills. It's very reasonably priced. It's very good.
So we know the shirt was too.
How much are the shirts?
Yeah, it's reasonably priced and open on
more or less than the lobster entree.
Their lobster hand roll is fantastic. That was one of my go-tos there.
But you do have an emotional connection to this place. It wasn't like your bro was just fucking cruising the streets of Woodland Hills and found this place.
Damn it.
Shaky internet.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why my internet will not. Whatever. Yeah. Shaky internet. We had gone to this sushi place together when I lived in Woodland Hills every once in a while. I think we went for my birthday one year, which is why I'm mixing them up. But
that's when he got the idea.
The funny thing is this shirt is the same exact color as the pawn company that I work for called Sunland. It's the same exact color. So when I was getting dressed today, I shout out.
That was odd. You've never shouted them out before. So
the name you need.
I was like, am I gonna have to edit this?
Yeah, hit up Sunland Water Gardens. They're the best.
Sunland Water Gardens.
Yeah.
They get your plug out early.
Facility too. Tons of fish. It's great.
Do they do aquascaping?
Yeah. What sounds better, an aquascape or a water garden? Because a water garden sounds pretty sweet.
I like water garden.
Yeah, I like a water garden.
Yeah.
Imagine going to somebody's house and seeing their aquarium.
Shave.
Yeah, it does. That sounds like a shaving cream or something.
Yeah,
but
or it's a room you got to try to get out of with all of your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Very tricky. Yeah, or you die. Sadly, that one's a more serious.
Slowly filling up with water.
Yeah, one of my greatest fears. Everyone just like at the top, the ceiling touching your nose. You're looking at your partner. Like, all right, last breaths. I mean, it's basically Titanic. But imagine seeing somebody's aquarium and just like, check out my water garden. That's okay with you?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, see, now it's starting to sound like a crotch.
Well, here's the thing. I I'm pretty positive Sunland Water Gardens does not service or build aquariums or whatever for people. That's Patrick who does that, who I also work for. Sunland doesn't fuck with the aquariums. They don't do any aquascape.
Oh, you only do outdoor water
Ponds. Yeah,
gardens.
they're ponds. Well, some of them are indoor. I have a couple indoor pond clients.
Jeez. What are these people? What they have
What
indoor
do these people
ponds?
like, Kalen?
Yeah.
They're usually older. They live in very nice houses and neighborhoods, but are typically I don't want to say cheap, but a little cheap. They're
I hope they're
or
not
they're just
listening,
good with
man,
their-
because
good with
the
their-
way you've described them in 2 words is old and cheap, and these are your clients.
You're
I
saying
gotta-
they're
we-
cheap because they don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on aquascape accessories because maybe they're
Aquascape.
just
They don't
trying to
do
be frugal
aquascape.
about
They
this,
better have
you
a
know?
pond, or I'm not doing it. Yeah, I was told do not get into the aquarium business from Patrick. It's a bit of a nightmare.
Gotcha.
We've all seen Deuce Bigelow. We know.
Yeah, my
Accessories, though. I'm curious what these aquascaping accessories are.
my best clients are the ones that I've never met, never seen, never met. They've just been my clients for like 6 months. I walk in their backyard, I do my thing, I walk out. That's it.
Are we sure they're not the fish?
The fish are the clients.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
If you haven't seen
know,
them,
you've
and
never
look,
seen
who
them.
would,
Maybe
who
you
would
have
want
seen
these?
them.
Who would want these ponds that clean the most?
take care
It's
of
the
the house.
fish. They
Yeah.
would want it.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I'm
yes
with
anding me
Matt.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. I don't know that it's not the fish. You got me there. But it's
Have
definitely
you ever been tipped? Have you been tipped in fish food before? That might be a sign.
That would be. That's a tell.
no. But it is great when I get tips. It's very exciting.
Well,
So-
you just said that your best clients are ones you've never met.
Yeah. How are they
How does
tipping
that
you?
link up?
They leave it by the pond.
Under? Oh, they leave. Oh, wow. They
They'll
just
leave
leave
it
a,
by the pond.
a
And we'll-
stack of cash right there at the pond on the pond.
Is it stacks?
Okay.
Do you get stacks of cash from them?
Now I get a bill, but it's fun.
A single bill.
Single bill. I just came from
Oh, we know what that is.
I just came from a pond today. It was the first new client, but I did a bunch of stuff for them. They gave me $20 as a tip. It was nice. It's
There
like,
you
okay,
go.
now you're on my good graces. Now I'm gonna do a little extra for you. Whenever you got questions or need help, you've been bumped up to the response list. In my
That'll
book.
get you a lobster roll at Tetsuki. Or maybe
Yeah.
a t-shirt.
One
Or 2
lobster-
shirts.
or two
or 2 shirts.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I was talking about. So this shirt is the same exact color as my Sunland Water Garden shirt. So I was getting ready this morning. I was putting all my fish clothes on, as my girl calls it.
Please tell me you dress like a fish. Please tell me.
Just call it the fish clothes.
If
And,
I hired somebody to clean my pond and he came in dressed as a fish,
I'd tip them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
a bill.
$20.
That's a bill right there.
But I got distracted, like running after the kids, whatever, and then I left. And it wasn't until I was well away from my house that I looked down and realized I never actually changed shirts. So I was like, oh shit, now I'm gonna have to do my pond stuff with my regular Tatsuki shirt on.
What you do is you say, "Sorry, I just got off my other shift at Tatsuki."
Right.
Yeah.
I would
No,
also
you know what's
argue
really funny. Oh, go ahead. You do yours, and then I'll tell you what's funny.
I was just gonna say your shirt is pond adjacent because the fish have to come
Wait,
from
that-
somewhere to make the sushi. So you're still in the same business.
Oh
guys-
yeah, that's actually a
Get rid of
little
the
more
boy fish.
alarming. Can you imagine if you hired somebody to clean your fish pond and it's a sushi chef? You
Yeah, he's dressed in a fucking like.
might as well have brought your
hibachi chef.
knives, man. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Just here to
Um,
clean your pond.
Yeah, just walk out of there chewing.
So I either wear my Sunland Water Garden shirts, which I got a couple, or I wear Dawson's shirt, the one.
Of his face.
His
Yeah,
face
we've seen. You wear
smoking
it
a
every
cigarette.
freaking day, dude.
Yeah, it's a very comfy t-shirt. Wherever you made those, Dawson, good on you, because it's a comfy ass shirt and it's easy to work in. But people are always like, "Who's that on your shirt?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's just like a guy I work with."
I made him at Tatsuki.
I
Yeah,
think I've told you guys this before, but I wear that shirt often too because I agree with Kalen. Props Dawson on whatever you whichever material you pick because it's solid. But when my son was a little younger, I walked out wearing that shirt and he asked why I had a pirate on my shirt.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that's well, Kaylin. I see that you don't really care what apparel you
I
wear.
didn't even realize it was shoot the shirt already. But hey,
Oh, it is a
Ah.
Patreon segment right here on the regular show. Look at that. See,
Jeez.
because we're givers here on the water cooler. Anyway, so Dawson, you're out of town right now,
I am.
taking care of Mama.
Everything okay, bud?
Oh yeah. The second cataract surgery. They can only do one eye at a time, and
My mother-in-law recently went through that.
and yeah, I'm the chosen one now since Sean moved to Texas.
Right.
So, happy to be home. Always great to see my parents. But yeah, so I'll be driving back to LA tomorrow.
Is she patched? Like, does she have an eye patch?
She's R.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's a fun
It's funny.
fact
As
about
soon as
eye
I, as
patches.
soon as I got her back in the car, as soon as I picked her up, got her back in the car, about to take her home, the first thing I said was, "Hey, Mom, look at that." And,
That's mean. That's just mean.
I was gonna go with "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
We need all pirate jokes. So wait,
That's pretty
so
good.
this is her second eye. So you have to wait for her other eye to heal first, right? Or is she double patched?
No. See, that's why they won't do them both at the same time, because you just be blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get one more pirate joke in, I have started taking to parking at a parking garage, and oftentimes I end up parking on the roof. And when I have to get in the elevator at the end of the day, when I arrive back at my car, it announces floor R, and I always think of a pirate joke in my head.
R.
Who's naming their floors after letters? What kind of place is this?
Well, it's
That's
the
not a place
roof.
of business.
It's a roof. They have 1 through 7.
Oh, I thought it was A B C D. Like,
No.
you've reached floor R.
Oh, they have 1 through
What
7.
the hell is that? Okay,
Floor
that
R.
makes sense.
The pirate's favorite place to park.
Ah, floor R. I hate parking on that roof, especially if it's open. It's open. You're just getting the sun.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
You're closest to the sun. Yeah, they just cover it up too. But look, we need our spots here. All right. Well, Dawes, I'm glad your mom's okay.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything went as it should have. And I take her back to the doctor tomorrow. They take off the eye patch, and then I drive to LA.
Word on the street is she might be moving down here pretty soon, and we could do some family dinners. That's word
That's
on
the word on the street.
That's word on the street. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not.
I got my ear to the street, pretty close, and that is the word.
I have a pretty reliable source.
Yeah.
It's Champ. It's your dog, and that's what he told me. And
Speaking of Champ, Izzy is at my house right now taking care of Champ.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he's tweeting about it.
And Champ is just being a dick. Apparently, I didn't let Champ know that, hey, buddy, I'm gonna be gone for a couple days.
You gotta
I
sit
just
down
went
and
to
talk
work.
Yeah, you got to psychically communicate with them.
Yeah.
It's really important.
So I did it wrong. So anyway, Champ is just very sad. Izzy just texted me, said he's just sitting in your room, dude. He won't even come out.
Yeah, throwing a mini tantrum almost.
Yeah, he's throwing a little tantrum right now.
Yeah. Poor Izzy. Poor Champ.
Yeah.
Because they could really bond. I think those two would get along. If,
Well, they
if only
already
you had that pep
have.
talk.
But I mean, part of the joy, most of the joy of dog sitting is being able to hang out with a dog.
Yeah.
So
I know. But now what? Now you're just sitting.
right
No
now,
dog.
it's exactly.
Yeah. So well, look, I look forward to seeing you when you get back. And glad your mom is all right.
It's all good.
Yeah. And now Matt, you
Yeah,
just
what's
came
up,
back
man?
from San Antonio.
Yes, I did. I will tell you guys about it in my chef delay because it was basically a day of kind of like bar hopping.
Yeah, I saw your tweet. I
yeah.
saw the tweet, dude. You
Yeah, it was a lot of
tweeted.
fun.
Yeah, I saw.
We had to take our little pup to get spayed, and the rescue that we got her at is in San Antonio, and they basically said by taking a puppy from our facilities, you are agreeing to the fact that you will have your puppy spay or neutered within 6 months, and if you don't, we will take your pet back. Like, we will come and get your
Ooh.
pet. Which I don't know how the hell they can enforce that, but
Yeah.
they did also say you could take the pet to your preferred vet, or if you just do it here, we'll do it for free. And that's like their mission is to spay and neuter a bunch of pets. So it was a 90-minute drive to San Antonio, 9 a.m. appointment, and she's not going to get picked up until 3 o'clock. So we had the entire day from 9 to 3 to hang out in San Antonio, and then take the dog back home.
Nice.
So thus the trip out there.
Now, when you're speaking of things that are enforced, my friend went to a concert recently, and there was the parking. There was like one of those. It was a parking lot. It was in like Palm Springs area. It's like one of the venues over there. And the parking is you have to download the app, enter your license plate, and then you can go and you pay for it on your app. And I see a lot of these popping up around, even in Long Beach here. And I know like some places they really enforce it. They have cars that drive by that can scan the license plate to make sure you're registered. But like, do you guys think that this, like, could we get away with it? I mean, it's an app. Like, do they really enforce this?
Yes.
You can't confirm. Like, I don't see these guys writing tickets everywhere, and it just seems like there's just so much more can go wrong. Oh, I thought I did. The app closed, or oh, it said it sent. Oh, sorry.
Well, here's the thing: is that in my experiences with setups like that, it's you pay. I'll make the numbers up. You pay $20, but if they discover that you're in there and you haven't paid, then they charge you $40 or something. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they enforce it exactly, but why would you go to a system like that if you didn't have some way of...
For the suckers.
I also feel like the whole, oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't really work with any parking enforcement.
You sure?
Like,
I would work. I could get out of anything doing
parking
that.
ticket. You can lose your little parking lot parking ticket that it has existed for 15, 20 years now and be like, oh, I lost it. And they'll go, okay, great. You're paying the max parking. And you go, oh, but I lost it. Like, okay, you're paying this.
Like, I mean, like I kind of plan on doing that next time I get pulled over for like speeding. She's like, oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I
I just pushed too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the meter was wrong. Oh, yeah. So I mean, who knows? It's just, I don't know. I find that I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm feeding into a conspiracy theory here, but I like the I believe the idea is just it's just suckers paying. And I could get away with it. So I will let you know next time I don't pay it that I can.
Speaking of people who aren't suckers, should we get a quick quarter thing in here?
I gotta go.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go
Let's
ahead.
hear it. I hope there's something new.
Let's play quarters.
Yeah, because Kalen has to go to his other podcast.
Yeah. It's not my podcast. The guy who's a studio I'm in's podcast.
The Joe
Tell
Rogan?
him,
Your studio
You
in.
can't
Then
stick
Patrick
around
did.
and do your own podcast first.
is he in the room right now? Can he hear you?
No, he's not in here.
Did they know that this is what you do
Yeah,
on
you
our
don't-
show?
You don't want to do your own podcast before.
Yeah, Kalen goes into the studio getting ready for the other one. He's like, guys, I just need to get ready. It's going to take me about 30 minutes. And then they pop in, and Kalen's just showing quarters onto the screen. Like,
Yeah.
look at this one. Look
Naming
at this
state
one."
capitals.
Yeah. All right. So I have received 2 state quarters in the last week. The first of
I
which...
can already tell the repeats, Kalen, based off of your tone. Based off of your tone.
The first state quarter that I got is Wyoming, brand new quarter.
Oh, never mind. Wow, he faked me out.
Congratulations to the state of Wyoming.
Congratulations.
Wyoming. Wyoming.
Yeah.
We're
Jackson
Roman,
Hole?
Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Everyone's very happy.
Is it not called Jackson Hole, Gary?
No, it is, but Matt did a little jingle about the Roman Wyoming, and I thought it was very silly.
Oh, I think that might be their official song, actually. So good on you, Matt. But
I
yeah,
like it.
Congratulations to Wyoming. They're cheering right now. They are very, very excited. I'm
There are
getting
literally dozens of
reports in. Yeah. I mean, the population isn't so high, but they can party.
The population isn't high, but the altitude is.
I always think of that joke Dimitri Martin has about the less number of sides a state has, the more boring it is. And Wyoming is like a square.
Ouch. First they get the party and then just
Oh,
bring
it's
it.
okay.
Just
Nothing
bringing them
could
down.
ruin this. Nothing could ruin this.
Number 2 that I got here is Georgia repeat. I have a lot of
Yeah.
Georgia.
Interesting choice to
Yeah,
start.
you start with the
mix it up.
excitement, and then you break.
Yeah, I got to throw you curveballs every now and then.
You certainly did. Well, hey, congratulations to Wyoming, and sorry to the other states for getting ready for your parties once again. Put that champagne on ice. We'll get back to you next time Kalen finds another quarter in Kalen's quarter update.
Yeah.
We don't do outros on this show, so we'll just power on. Well,
There
Kalen,
is an outro for those who are curious. There is a quarter outro if you subscribe to our Patreon. It's
And it's just as underwhelming as the intro.
Way to sell it.
no, it's actually awesome.
yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the show, I asked Kalen, hey, do you have any flick-ins? He's like, dude, I saw 3 movies. But no, I don't have a flick-in. I don't have anything.
No.
What movies did you see?
All right. So coming up, Flickins, you'll hear about Quantumania,
Great. I saw it.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Saw it. Nice.
Okay.
Now I'm really excited.
and I believe this is the name, The Pope's Exorcist.
Chris,
I
no way
will
you
not
saw
be
that.
seeing that.
You read that one. Maybe.
Dylan, where'd you see Dungeons and Dragons?
It's on
Paramount Plus.
or Paramount. Yeah, I get the two mixed up
Yeah.
all the time.
I thought it was on
It's on
Prime.
Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus.
I think you could rent it. I don't know.
You can rent it a lot.
I must have watched
It's
it on
free
Paramount.
somewhere.
free on Paramount.
Well, I mean, if you subscribe, yeah. There's a.
Speaking of, Chris told me the other day that I should watch a movie that was on Hulu, and I said absolutely fucking not. And then the next day, I saw an advertisement. It is actually both on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Disney Plus,
So I
yeah.
will be
Flamin'
watching
Hot.
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I
Flamin'
forgot. I forgot it was also on Disney Plus. I should have.
All right, guys.
But anyway, Kalen,
Bye.
so do you want to get a plug in or anything? What is there anything you want to?
Yeah, why don't you plug that other podcast you're going to go do instead of the one you're
Are you
on?
going to do that?
If you have or are interested in getting any fish for your water garden, check out Sunland Water Gardens, located in
Yeah.
Sunland, California. It's a very fun place to go and just walk around, look at the fish, look at the plants. It's
I
very
already have a beef with the name. Sunland Water Gardens. I mean, Funland is right there. Funland.
It's in Sunland.
Yeah.
I think
Chris,
Sunland is very
it's
fun
in the
either.
city.
Well, why
outside of the water gardens?
Why keep
Water garden.
yourself contained like that? You guys could be national.
Just keep, but yeah, why aren't you calling it the Sunland
I'll
International?
bring this up
Water
to him at
Park
our next meeting.
people?
But I gotta go, guys. I'm way late.
No, stay.
Yeah, no,
whatever,
yeah.
dude.
Stay longer, Kalen.
We talk more about the
Why
sushi.
don't you stick around, Kalen?
All right, you guys want to do some comments?
How does that work? How does that work?
What?
He's got to do podcasts, but he's going to go do theirs.
I don't know. I
I believe there's a financial aspect involved, but I'm with you.
Yeah, we see where his priorities lie.
We see.
They could be pretty convincing guys. All right, here we go. Here are the comments.
Now it's time for listener
All right, and these are all comments found on our Patreon page. I mean, our Patreon page, excuse me, our Facebook group. That's right. I'm very tired. Pause. Right when Kalen signed on before the show, he looks at me and he's like, "You getting much sleep?" And I go, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "You look tired." And I now understand. I don't feel that tired. I sure am tired though. And remember growing up, like I don't know, I've been burned by this before. Gary talks of telling a female that she looks tired.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
This is not a good. Do not do that. They never like that.
But what if they really do look tired and they are tired? Then
Doesn't
you're
matter.
And you shut the fuck up. Because the
you're
problem-
making a good observation. You're being empathetic.
Now, Dawson, the problem here is I see where your logic is, and it's squarely male. But from a female point of view, you look tired means you do not look good. So
That's exactly
just
right.
even if they are tired and they do look tired, and you could show them a picture a week from now and say, "Does this look like a tired version of you?" And they would say yes. In the moment that you are saying it, what they are hearing is you look not as good as I am used to.
I'm gonna
See,
try
what-
doing that, Gary.
Then what you
I
what
want to
you
take a
should
picture
say-
of somebody when they're tired and then show it to them a week later.
What you should say is you look tired and that is hot.
I
That
would just
helps.
Look hot.
I could see that working now. You look tired, and I'm into that.
And I'm totally turned on right now. You look so tired.
Yeah, I'm super.
So, Chris, here, you want to try it out? Try it on
Yeah.
me. We'll role play.
Okay.
I'm Jenny.
You don't want to do that?
No, go ahead. I'll be Jenny, and you try this out.
Okay. Hey, sweetie.
Hey.
Oh man, you look tired, and I am all about it.
Oh, so you want to have sex with me while I'm asleep? Cool.
Yeah. Well,
So you don't want to connect with me while I'm awake. You just want me like inanimate and lifeless. That's really sweet.
you'd still be there.
Yeah, you know what? You don't have to be here.
Yeah, that I guess it doesn't work as much. I would But yeah, I guess ending it with a compliment doesn't work either. So okay, I'll work on this. Hey Jenny,
Yeah,
you look really caffeinated right now.
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah,
That's funny. I'm really tired.
doesn't matter. Don't look it.
Mm.
And I am. Oh my, I'm down to go.
Try
By
this
the-
one, Chris. Try this, because I'm not sure if this would work or not, but try. Hey, Jenny, you look like a Wes Anderson film.
Why?
Why would I do that?
Yeah, I don't think you would.
Yeah.
That
By
would
the way-
most likely hurt her feelings.
Some people like Wes Anderson. So the I know Matt.
Some
loves
people,
it.
some people do.
By the way, Matt.
You
Speaking
sure
of
some
film,
people do?
I watched Steel Magnolias the other day. Didn't care for it. So I don't know what the big hubbub is about that movie. All right. So there's this place that it was actually on the way to the hospital every time we would go in for checkups or when Jen was pregnant or when we had the baby. Like a
got a
block
baby?
before it, I know, crazy. The block before it was this like pet store or something, and it's called Pound Town. And
Oh,
every time I
nice.
drive by it, I just stop there and I look at Jen like, yeah.
Did you know that that's actually the name of the equivalent to the dollar store in England? That's like a real thing.
Pound Town?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, but it's definitely saved in my ways now. All right, let's get going with some comments. These are all our Facebook group. If you want to join our Facebook group, it's a free page. Just go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Yeah, answer a few questions. We might let you in. And it's my favorite place on the internet. Really good community there. So this first comment comes from Sharon Hales Severson. I like that name. If Matt agrees to be a participant in the Hunger Dome, I would totally become a Patreon subscriber. We are driving to Alaska and we'll be on the road for 6 weeks. My husband and son have all listened to Hunger Dome episodes, as it is the funniest shit I've ever heard. We are dying for more Hunger Dome. Here are some themes, maybe villains or suspended reality dudes like Mad Max and Matrix and Terminator. The list is endless. Bottom line, if you want the Patreon subscribers, give us something to champion. Sharon, I love the enthusiasm for the Hunger Dome and putting Matt in there too. And driving to Alaska, you're going to be on the road for 6 weeks. Are you driving from Antarctica? Why is it taking you 6 weeks to get to Alaska? I need to know.
You got to go through Canada, right?
Chris, where is the bridge that you imagine?
No, I was thinking of the southernmost point that I could think of.
I agree. 6 weeks is a long time. Maybe they're going on a road trip like through Alaska and checking stuff out.
Yeah,
Maybe they got one of them Sprinter vans. It's a mobile wagon, like house on wheels and shit.
It doesn't. This sounds like more like a walker van, a hobbling van.
Motor homely.
Yeah, it needs to be a little faster.
That was a
So-
speed joke.
Yeah, it was. All right, well,
Hobble
Sharon,
van. I like that.
we'd love to do more Hunger Dome for you. It's definitely in my notes to get.
We did do
started.
villains, to be fair. It didn't last very long.
It didn't go
thanks
well.
to the
Kaylin
T-Rex.
ruined it. Kaylin
Yeah.
ruined it. But we're just pumped you liked it. No, let us know about your road trip. Give us some updates on that. A drive to Alaska. This
By
is the
the way,
time of the year to go. The salmon run. Dawson and I have been up there during the salmon run, and my background on my phone right now is of. Hold on, Gary texted me. I don't want to put that on. Is of Brooks Falls.
Oh, look at
Right
that.
there. That's a picture I took, and I have the
That's
numbers like, kind
amazing.
of behind the.
Screen went dark, but that's cool.
I have the
You saw
numbers
it.
behind the trees. Look at that, man. It's beautiful.
Until
Makes
we
me
can
happy.
get together the Hunger Dome for you, if you haven't, take a gander over at Daves of Thunder, the Dan Penny letters, the LA Dodgers letters, any of that stuff. If you're looking for some comedy.
Yeah, Gary and I are part of that too. So thank you, Sharon. And
I'd like to
Happy
think I was a
travels.
part of it as well, just as an audience member listening to it.
yeah. All right.
I was not a part of it at all.
See,
No,
Dawson
he
had nothing to
wasn't.
do with it.
So
He
now
didn't
you know
listen
that
to
Never
way.
it.
even listened.
Yep.
Jacob Morales says all this pizza talk has me curious as to which cheap pizza chain is the best dollar for dollar. It's a
That's
survey.
strong.
So we got Costco, Little Caesars, Papa Murphy's,
I
Domino's,
used to manage a Papa Murphy's.
Hungry Howie's, Pizza Hut. So I mean, what do you guys think? Where's your like go-to cheap corporate pizza.
Papa Murphy's is a great take and bake. It's really not a bad pizza, and they make
That's
a
where you
pretty
pick
good
up-
Chicago.
Is the take and bake where you pick up a pizza and then get really
You
stoned?
cook it yourself, yes.
Oh.
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was something different.
You get
I'll-
stoned and then you cook.
No,
If it was the
has
other way,
nothing to
every
do with
pizza would
getting
be a
really
take and
high,
bake
but that's
for
good.
Dawson.
That it
Yeah.
should be.
I personally, okay, I mean, gosh, I've been to all of these so many times. Right now, at this very second, it's Costco. One, it's just so affordable. Like, how are you you're basically, I'm getting this pizza and I could get like a hot dog and a drink and it's all under $5. How are
I'm
you
not a
doing
fan
this?
of Costco crust.
Oh, I'm off. I love pizza. It's very hard for me. I'd eat any of these pizzas any day of the week. It's hard to mess up pizza for me. Like the $5 hot and ready's at Little Caesars. That was my, like, when I was in college, I would just get a large pizza and I would eat that during the day. That'd be my food for the day. $5.
Little Caesars is key. I still remember fondly during one of the Corolla Drinks bar crawls, we were at a bar that was like in the same strip mall as Little Caesars, and I walked in at the end of that bar, which is probably bar 2 or 3, and I was like, I'll take everything that's hot and ready.
Yeah.
And I just bought the place out and just started handing them out on the
And
bus.
the manager said, "Do you want any food to go with that?" And then slowly unbuttoned his shirt.
Yeah, his
Ooh,
pants are already off.
his
Yeah,
pants always off.
He was
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh in it, just as Little Caesars.
Now I don't know
But,
if this one made the list, but I gotta go. I do love a Pizza Hut pan pizza,
Mm-hmm.
but Round Table underrated.
Round Table is underrated. I'll agree with you there, Dawson. I have found that it is become pricey.
Yeah, it has.
So I
That's
don't
bullshit.
know. You know,
I will
that's hurting them.
disagree. I think Round Table's overrated.
Okay. I would say the worst one was not listed, or at least you didn't read it. But there are members of my household who believe that Papa John's is a reasonable thing to eat, and boy, are they wrong.
I was
Went
surprised
way
Papa
downhill.
John's is on
I
there.
myself was a Papa John's man for many a years. That took a big downhill spin. I got to say now,
I know,
yeah,
Matt. Since they went woke, you can taste it. We get it, Mr. Texas.
Sure. I got to say, Domino's, hands down the best. And you could talk all you want about Costco. Costco's not delivering that to your door, baby. You get that Domino's fucking like 2 pizzas for $7 or something.
All right.
Every single time it's piping
Oh,
hot.
if we're
You get
doing
some of those
service,
cinnamon sticks.
what-
Come on.
So here's the thing. As much as I hate to agree with Matt, my problem with the Costco pizza is that yes, you have to time out your Costco run.
You
in
gotta
order
go to Costco.
want pizza there, and the variation in Costco pizza is wide enough, whereas there is zero variation in their hot dog, that I have an impossible time picking the pizza over the hot dog. I always go hot dog.
Yeah. Plus,
I
it
don't
comes with a
think
drink.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's good, but I agree with Matt that especially the thin crust Domino's is consistent and it's edible and it's, you know what you're getting.
I love Domino's too, but Pizza Hut holds a special place in my heart because growing up, if I like read a book, they have this program where I like bring in some certificate and I get
Nice.
personal pan pizza. So whenever I have Pizza Hut, I feel
Nice.
smart. I
Feel like
feel
you
well
read a
read.
book.
I feel like a scholar. I feel
Yeah.
knowledgeable. And
Yeah.
so
You can
whenever I
actually
eat a
memory-
Pizza Hut, yeah.
I can memory smell the inside of a Pizza Hut right now.
So can I.
Like
I thought you guys
I
have
know
both-
what that smells like.
You
Yeah.
guys both correctly identified the issue that I think is not really, does not go with the point of this question, which is the Pizza Hut. The only thing that Pizza Hut does well is the personal pan pizza, which you have to go to Pizza Hut to get. That's not being delivered. You're not taking that out. You got to have it in that old.
Why are we putting delivery with this? I don't think that should count for just
What's the
talking about
question? What's the poll
best-
topic?
What's the best cheap pizza chain dollar for dollar?
Yeah,
The
I
one
don't
that
know
gets
which
why
delivered to
cheap
my
pizza
fucking
chain
doesn't
couch.
belong
The
on
one that gets
because you
delivered
gotta
to me
cook
while I'm
your
on
own
my
damn
couch.
Oh my
pizza.
god.
I don't want to cook it.
You
I don't want to
lazy
go
ass.
anywhere.
I'm going by flavor here. You're Mr. Food Critic? Oh, I need this. I need this delivered to me.
It's the
I need-
best, man.
Oh my god. Well, all right. Well, we'll agree to disagree just on
There's always a Domino's within like 9 minutes of wherever you live. Even if you live in Wyoming, I bet you have a fucking Domino's within 9 minutes of you.
I will say a pro tip if you want to get into the frozen pizza game is a little device called the Pizzazz. That'll cook a frozen pizza better than any oven or any other situation. It's a little rotating thing. It's got like heat source above and below, and then
All right. Well, we all have infinite budgets to buy incredible tech to cook all of our pizzas.
Ordering
$20.
Domino's is just like giving up on getting a good pizza. It's like you've just resigned yourself to. garbage.
Well, I agree. I've already made peace with the garbage that I am DOS. So, and then
Yeah.
I order it and I'm totally fine.
You're totally fine with it because you're going in with low expectations.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with it either. As I said, very hard to mess up pizza for me. All right, next comment. Oh, it's from Dos Angeles himself,
Uh-oh.
posting a comment in the Facebook group. He says, "Who's ready to roll?" And then he posts a picture of a bunch of ecstasy pills.
Mm-hmm.
Dawson, what do you? No, it's actually a bocce ball court. Look at this.
Mm.
You
There we
made that.
go.
You made that?
Indeed.
Who's the guy on the right?
Oh, it's people post gifs as a comment. It's a guy saying "Hell yes, brother."
Oh, yeah, that's kind of scary.
It's beautiful, Das.
It's
That's a
not
nice
completely
bocce.
done. I mean, it's playable right now, but I'm putting artificial turf on it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna double
Nice.
as a lawn and a bocce court.
You know what you should do? You should put the artificial turf, but have it be removable, so you can have different sorts of turfs to use. I mean, I'd like to play in dirt some rounds or some
Oh, that's
turf.
good.
You know, like
Let's-
like ping pong tables had that, or now you have a clay court and the regular tennis court.
I'm loving this idea. Let's get some polished wood panels. We can do a little
Yes.
bit of shuffleboard, you know?
Right. You can make it a multi-game facility here just by changing the tops.
Let's see. I can have one game that I really enjoy playing,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
or like 6 games that I'll never play.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the one.
All right. Well, it does look nice, and yeah, get that.
You could make
turf.
an ice skating rink out of it.
Yeah.
No,
You
dude.
just
of
get a little
course,
Zamboni.
there is going to be a pitch and putt element to it.
Now we're talking.
Oh.
There's gonna be some
now
condo
we're
golf happening.
talking.
Yeah, you need obstacles in there. I want some hills. I mean, why are we playing bocce ball on such a flat surface? Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go extreme.
Extreme bocce.
Extreme bocce.
Chris, have you seen these new Tiger Woods backed like high end putting courses?
I have, and I love them.
They
What's up? What makes them different?
It's like real grass. It's 18 holes. It's kind of like, think about a Top Golf, but instead of Top Golf, it's like putting, and there's 18 full holes with
So
water.
it's like mini golf?
It's like if mini golf was done at a country club. Like it's
Oh, so it's real grass.
There we
you said.
go.
real grass, water hazards, sand traps. It's funny. They used to have this,
Windmills?
Yeah. No windmills. Serious.
Giant
like,
clowns?
no, Matt. No. It's like serious golf.
Hmm.
They're having a tournament at one of the locations next month, and the purse is $1.1 million.
It's like mini golf, but instead of the windmill or the clown that spits your ball back at you, it's actual hills and water and.
It looks awesome. They used to
But
have
like
this-
made of plastic though, right?
No,
plastic
man.
hills?
Are there like pars to it?
Yeah, of course.
Are there bars? That's what I want to
Yes,
know.
Of course.
But I mean,
Enough said.
everyone, you got to be just trying to get a hole in one all the time. I mean, I
That's
don't.
the way golf works, bud.
I'm interested, and I'd like to play.
It looks really fun. I think they have one coming to. They have at least one. I think the closest one's in Glendale, Arizona, right now, and then they have one coming to Scottsdale, and I'm sure they'll be coming to LA as well.
Come
There's
to
a bunch in
CA,
Florida.
you guys. Come on. I know you're listening. Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. Carl Alexander says, I'm commenting on the story of Chris and his baby stroller. My wife and I used to take a double baby stroller to the flea market. We would use it as a shopping cart, putting our purchases in it and covering them up with a blanket. Occasionally, we would kick the stroller and say, shut up in there, just to get the crowd's reaction. Yeah, I push around this stroller and I'm thinking, I could get some pretty serious cargo here, other than Benny, but some other cargo. I could really load this thing up and be walking around with,
Wait till Benny gets a little bigger and you upgrade to the wagon. Then, then you're fucking living, man.
And not only do I have a bunch of stuff, but I have a guard.
Well, or if you don't enjoy sleeping in your own bed, you could also ride in there with Benny and have Jenny push you both.
All right, next comment. This is from Allison
I've
Malm.
done that, by the way. That's not a size joke. I've done that in my own wagon with my son.
Okay. It felt like a size joke,
It wasn't.
Gary.
It wasn't. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. It was a joke about having your wife push you and your son. That was
Okay.
not a good look at any size.
All right, just I think I'm traumatized here. I have a little PTSD. I'm easily
Little
triggered
PTSD?
here.
You're
All
pissed.
right. Yeah, I'm pissed. I have a short fuse. All right, here we go. Allison Malm says, "Hey Chris,
Meow.
Malm.
Is that wait? Is that Allison Meow?
Allison Malm, Meow.
Meow.
She says, "Hey Chris, apple juice is totally an acceptable chaser for shots. My friend and I used to chase Hennessy shots with apple juice, and it was delish. Do yourself a flavor, folks, and try it out." Okay, good. I would like to do that.
Or just act like a grown up and drink your hard liquor without needing to follow it with candy.
Dang, harsh, and maybe unfair. I don't know.
We
Let's
still
see.
love you.
Yeah, we thanks Allison for writing in. Donald Powell says, "Matt,
Yeah, Allison Meow. That was not directed to you. That was mainly at Chris, who needs
Oh.
his apple juice box.
Dawson, all right, meow.
Meow.
I just if I
I
had
love you. I'm kidding.
for the record, I never do chasers,
I'm
but if
kidding.
I had to
I'm
choose,
just-
it would
I
be
apologize.
apple
It'd be
juice.
apple juice, yeah.
Donald Powell and chicken fingers. Donald Powell says, "Matt, I'm pushing 400 pounds, and I have been a Patreon
Wait,
member since
Why don't you
almost
put it in a wheelbarrow?
the beginning, or a wagon, and get
A
in it with your
wagon.
kid."
Yeah, it'd make it a lot easier to push that 400 pounds.
Yeah, but he says, "I've been a Patreon member since almost the beginning." Yeah, we know, Don. How much bigger am I supposed to get? My doctor says I need to lose weight. Can I get a note from you so she understands I need to help the WC or the Watercooler Patreon audience get bigger?
Yeah, I think this is a reference to my my minor meltdown last week. I suppose I should formally apologize to the audience. Didn't mean to rub you guys the wrong way. All right.
Matt tried
wanna
a
rub
new
you the right
Matt
way,
tried a
you know
new
what I'm saying?
method where he
I did, I was trying
chastised
something
he
new.
chastised the audience for
Totally
not
backfired.
subscribing.
I felt fucking like a piece of shit, especially after that last Patreon show. A lot of people calling me out on it. Did not feel good.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
you know, listen, it doesn't matter how you support us. Okay, we love all of our fans, regardless of whether or not you do the right thing. It's not
I would
for
say it
Patreon.
matters how you support us.
It would be, you know, again, I'm just saying the people who've been listening to this show, I don't know how much big our audience is really getting week to week. I'd like to think it is, but what we love is our core, the people here who have been listening to us for a really, really long time. And I'm just saying, if you like the show and you only hear half of it, like, do yourself a flavor. Listen to the other half. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. We love interacting with you guys. And again, we really just love the fact that anybody listens to our show. So again, sorry if I upset anybody, because I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you're good, man. Tim Blankenship says handkerchief in the back left pocket and a left earring meant a person's sexuality in the Midwest. By the way, it was the stupidest thing. I always thought it was like a right earring only thing. Do you guys remember that? Like if you just your right
I've
ear
heard
pierced.
I've heard both versions of it depending on what region you lived in, but yeah, that was always a thing. Is like if you have one ear pierced, then it might mean something. It's like I
Yeah.
don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Okay.
But it was a certain year. It was either your left or your right. I don't remember. But when I grew up, it was like if you had it in your left ear, you're definitely gay.
Oh, okay. I thought I was right. Oh well. By the way,
I don't know. I'm just saying it was
This
one
is
of
part
them.
of the this is why it was such a flawed
It's
system,
very
because
it's very
everyone was
confusing.
going up to each other and be
Right.
like, "Hey, you in? I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it." And they're like, "No,
Right.
dude,
No,
left
no,
ear.
wrong ear,
I
wrong
thought
ear.
it was the right ear.
Wrong
yeah,
ear, yeah.
exactly. But you know,
And
people
the
are talking to
handkerchief
each other.
thing, you should carry two handkerchiefs. The one in your back pocket's for you. The one in your front pocket's for her.
Oh, and the
very
chloroform.
nice.
Who's
The
that for?
chloroform comes in really easy to access vials, breakable on demand. Just like
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to put a disclaimer on this show. Please, let's move on. Speaking of hankies, though, Matt, you have pretty bad allergy attacks. I've seen them.
Yes.
I've been around them. I've
Oh,
heard
yeah,
them. I've
it's-
lived them.
They're building shattering, building
it-
shaking.
Can we call it an attack when it lasts a business day?
It's an attack
It's
on
an
me.
assault.
An
Yeah.
attack on us. Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
attack on his coworkers and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about getting a handkerchief?
I have, because R.I.P. Papa, my grandpa, he was a big proponent of the handkerchief, and they're fucking disgusting, man. No, thank you. I will use
Okay.
the disposable tissue every day. And I loved my grandpa, but if he ever offered me a handkerchief, Jesus Christ.
I guess it'd be
no.
gross to offer it or to be offered someone's handkerchief.
Yeah. Isn't that part of it though?
No,
But I-
your personal one goes in your back pocket, but you do
Right.
the one that's in your jacket pocket up here.
Yeah.
That's for a lady. You never
And
use
then-
that one.
And
That's
then
always
the
to
lady,
offer.
the lady blows her nose, and then she does what with it? This is hers
And then you
now.
just say, keep it.
okay. You go,
Oh,
this is something
great!
to
Now I have to
remember me
give
by."
her my freaking handkerchief.
Now you have to give it to her. Yeah.
Maybe.
Lame.
You know
She'll
what?
get it
Maybe
back
this
to you,
is
dude.
how
She'll get it
this
back
is
to
how
you.
17th century gentlemen used to meet the ladies. Maybe you stitch your number. I guess they didn't have phone numbers. That
Right.
backfired quickly.
Stitch your address.
My phone
Stitch
number is
Stitch
3.
your cornfield.
What the? I mean, I just think that's a flawed system because let's say I go out and I haven't washed my hanky,
Yeah,
and then I offer to a lady, and there's
Don't
some
offer
boogies in it.
one. Yeah.
that's a
come on.
stanky hanky.
That's
Yes,
I
you
gave
don't
her a
wanna do the
stanky
stanky
hanky. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not the first hanky that you've given. It's
Right.
obvious somebody blew their
Yeah.
nose in this."
Exactly.
So
You
yeah,
know, the Kleenex. That was
maybe
that
that's
was
why it
great.
didn't last.
That was great. I know chivalry's dead, but Kleenex is so much better.
Do you guys do the pocket square when you put on a suit?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think it's a cool look, but I don't know. I feel like it's going the way of like subway tile. It looks cool, and a lot of people are doing it for a while, but it might be kind of getting dated.
Subway tile, like in your bathroom.
Yeah, you know that subway tile look.
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
used to be a really hot look
I
for a
can
while, but
see
now,
that.
I think
In
that's
London
getting
they
dated.
call it tube tile.
Yeah, you know what people are into? What kind of tile is it's like thinner vertical tiles. That's kind of what's in now
That's dumb.
for like backsplashes and bathrooms and
that's
things. The
dumb.
vertical tile. You think it's
No.
dumb? I think it looks pretty slick.
Doesn't.
You do now, but in
It's good.
15
It's
years,
passing
know.
fad. You know, it's gonna
It's
go.
everything's a fad.
It's gonna go the way of subway tile
And handkerchiefs.
and handkerchiefs and pocket squares.
I just find handkerchiefs nice because I can really let it out in a handkerchief. For my
Hot
face.
pockets or pocket squares. Pick one.
you say a hot pocket or a
Uh-huh.
pocket square?
Oh,
You can't eat a pocket square.
No, you
Yeah.
can't.
hot pocket wins.
But you can't put a hot pocket in your
Can't
suit
you?
pocket.
Can't you? I'm going hot pockets for the
It
win.
can be done.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. That's a perfect place to store a hot pocket. That little inner one, keep your chest warm in a cold evening.
Yeah. I'm with Matt.
On that one.
That is the way to pick up a lady. You offer her a hot pocket out of your
That's
front
goddamn
pocket.
right.
Who wouldn't?
it's
Who
still
wouldn't want
hot.
that?
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, what chick wouldn't go be like, shoot, man, can I have that hot pocket, please?
Still warm.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I think that's the move. I think that's what is really
That is the
gonna.
move.
That's what's really gonna get these single men courting some fine women. But yeah, Gary, what?
Hashtag you're welcome.
What is? Yeah, I'm trying to give advice here. All right, I'm trying to give some tips here to help society out. Lastly, I have Holly Giletto. She says, "Oh, the joy of living in mid-Michigan. A little reminder of the podcast while at the grocery store today." And she posted some pictures of chunk nibbles, chunk nibbies,
Nice.
Nibbles
our
blown up.
our official unofficial snack of the water cooler.
Yep. Chunk
Yeah.
Nibbles blown up.
It really is blowing up. What the heck's happening? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they go in QVC often and do really, really well. It's what you want to see, man. It's
Yeah.
a small business
Wow.
that is, pretty much family owned and run, and they're trying hard and they're succeeding, and I couldn't be happier for them.
Yeah. Do you
That's
think they get
great.
canceled after people find out it was called Christmas crack on the streets before they went corporate?
Mm.
Well, another story I've told again, but I did cut the video of this show where Dawson cut them a promo saying
Yeah.
it was like crack, and no one has
Yeah.
ever addressed it. Seen these people multiple times. We text, we talk, it's just never been addressed.
Never, yeah, as if it never happened. All right. Well, anyway, those are our comments, everybody. Thank you so much for writing in. We appreciate it, and thanks for being a part of the Facebook group. And if you want more of this, we have a great community on Patreon as well. You just spend $5 a month, and you get our whole archived content. Plus, we got comments there. You get
Seems pretty
outros.
reasonable.
And then we do other stuff too. If you want to tear up, we have like movie nights and meetups and all that stuff too. So
We're not like round table and just jacking up the prices on you,
No,
No, we're not. And I mean, look, some months you get 5 shows in a month. That's $1 a show, baby. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, gone are the days of the pizza party. I mean, I haven't been to a pizza party in a minute.
Buckle up. The gone are the days not. It's
Oh.
just for kids.
Oh, is
You'll,
that why?
You'll be
Yeah,
back.
you're gonna be at Chuck E. Cheese more than you want to be, Chris.
The new twist on the pizza party is something I don't remember from my childhood, but you basically take the pizza as it is sliced by the store, and then you slice the pieces again once or twice even to make these mini slices that are smaller for kids who don't have a huge appetite. It can be tough because then as a parent you end up eating 8 or 9 pieces, which in reality is like 2 or 3 slices, but you feel like a real fat ass.
Can you
Oh.
do parent pizzas? Like,
Oh,
a
Matt,
few
by the time the
boxes set aside that don't have like the triple, quadruple slices on them.
Matt, you're so adorable in your non-kid life. You think that there's any semblance of adulthood and, parents actually living a decent life.
Yeah,
Well,
what's up?
once the kids get here, it's all out the window.
Really?
Well, speaking of food, we do have a wonderful food segment that we do on this show, and Matt teased it because he went to San Antonio to get his dog spayed.
So get ready for some delicious food.
So let's hear about some delicious food, courtesy of Shay Fond du Lac.
Oh no!
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, hey, Matt.
What's on the menu? And be honest, what time did you start drinking?
Well, pretty fucking quickly, as you're about to find out. So,
9:15 in the morning.
well, listen, we had to drop the dog off at 9 o'clock, and you're pretty goddamn close, Gary, because
I
there's
know you very well, Matt.
there's one thing to do in downtown San Antonio, and that is to check out the Riverwalk, which is apparently miles and miles long, but there's a like designated area that is just filled with all the shopping areas and all
I've been to the
bars and
Riverwalk. It's fun.
restaurants. It's super fun. I gotta say, it's a little Disneyland-ish. It just kind of feels very touristy and very installed. A lot of what's beautiful about Texas is the natural parts of it, and this was far from natural. But anyway, we dropped Tiki off at 9 o'clock and strolled about 10 minutes away to an area near the Riverwalk. Got a free parking spot, which was wonderful. And we went and got brunch at this place called the Box Street Social. And it's not on the Riverwalk, but it was essentially walkable from the Riverwalk, like 3 minutes away on the kind of upper levels. And they do brunch all day. I'm sure the drink order was placed at 9:15. Maybe the drink sat down at 9:30.
If you eat it at 6 o'clock in the evening, can it technically still be brunch? I don't think so.
I would agree.
It'd be dinner.
I mean, but I guess what they mean is that they're serving that type of food all day. But you're right. It would be breakfast for dinner. It would be more of a Brinner situation.
Okay.
But I think it's fine for them to say brunch all day. I had the eggs Benny, which they actually called eggs Benny. That was the one thing about the menu. It was like super obnoxious. Everything was like shorthand and like text.
What kind of an asshole would name something Benny?
Why?
It's not short for Benedict, though, right? Your kid's name isn't Benedict.
No, it's Bennett.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm just saying it's eggs Benedict. You don't call it eggs Benny. It's eggs Benedict. This is like a noble Mr. Benedict himself. This was his breakfast
they called
choice.
it eggs Dick.
Maybe I would have, Gary. Maybe I would have.
Oh.
Anyway, they were delicious. I gotta say, what was really great were that the hash browns. Usually, hash browns are pretty hit and miss, but they were like almost like scalloped potatoes that were then fried in these little like cubes. It was spectacular, and the cocktails were great. I basically had a rum drink, and we were on our way to the Riverwalk.
Nice.
And as discussed, it was very Disneyland feeling, very touristy. I wouldn't say it was overcrowded just because we were there in the middle of a weekday, but there's really nothing to do there but get a table alongside the river, people watch, and just start drinking, or in our case, continue drinking. 90% of the places that are along the Riverwalk are Mexican restaurants. So it's just a bunch of like margaritas and fajitas places. So we found a spot called what was it called? The Agave Bar, and we just sat
Ooh.
there for several hours and had several rounds of margaritas, frozen. I had a strawberry margarita, passion
Frozen
fruit
margarita.
It was so hot out, dude. It was so freaking hot out. It was actually incredible that it was a frozen margarita. I loved it.
What's the difference between a frozen margarita and a regular slushy margarita?
Well, like a margarita on the rocks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're
I've
talking
seen
a
margaritas on the
slushy
rocks.
it's a
Yeah,
slushy.
it's like
is what
slushy.
you're
It was like a
calling
blended
frozen.
one. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like a blended margarita.
Blended.
But we had
Yeah, but talk
just
shit on my
had
apple
brunch.
juice.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's a milkshake margarita.
You know what? Maybe, but at least there's alcohol in it, Chris. That's my
Were
problem.
they strong?
They were pretty damn strong.
Were they numerous?
They were numerous as well. Well said. If only that was encapsulated somewhere. All of a
They
sudden,
were
I
great
looked,
in number then.
they were. I looked. Oh, hey, there you go.
Hey, I remember the Alamo.
I barely remember it.
Yeah. So
As,
this is
as
Matt's
indicated.
tweet. This is how I knew about it. He says, made it to the Alamo. Would say I'll never forget it, but the margaritas were strong and numerous. And there's a lovely picture with Matt and his wife. Looks like you're having a grand old time. Beautiful day. It doesn't
We
look that
did.
hot.
It was extremely hot. Now, I will say that at a certain point, I realized that we were still several hours away from picking our dog up. So we ended up going to the Alamo, which just happened to be right next to the Riverwalk. I didn't even realize that it was there. We went to a little art museum for a little bit, and then eventually wound up at a place called Tycoon Flats, which is like a burger and beer bar. And in the kind of like final hour before we picked up our dog, we just chilled and literally had hot dogs and beer and picked up our dog. And I don't know if you can hear her barking right now, but she's recovering very well. She's going stir crazy because she's been under house arrest for like a week while she recovers. But not tomorrow, but Thursday, she'll finally be able to kind of start free roaming again.
You really,
Did
you
you
really
pee on
skimmed
the
past.
Alamo like Ozzy Osbourne did?
Sorry, what? Two people talking. What? Now no
Did
one's
you
talking.
pee on the Alamo like Ozzy Osbourne did?
Oh no, I did not. I did not pee on the Alamo. No, I should have done that, I guess.
For a Shea Fond du Lac, for a Shea segment, you really skip past the art museum part. And so I have to say, when you go to an art museum, are you going to each picture, like really taking it in for a few minutes? How serious are you looking at this stuff? I mean, you already have a few margaritas in you. Are you you intensely feeling the art here?
Here's what I will say. Generally, if I'm going to like a paid museum with historical artwork or even modern artwork, but stuff that's just sort of, really being funded for people to go like buy a ticket and go see, I'll move pretty quickly. Well, I'm not going to go read every single plaque, but I want to kind of get my eyes on everything. Something draws my eye to it, stare at it for a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But in this particular case, we went to like, it was essentially like a community art gallery. So all of the art were from like local artists and like members of this thing. And it was really fun. And we ended up staying there for a lot longer. I don't know why. For some reason, the fact that it was all local just made it a little bit more charming. If that makes sense, as opposed to just being like, oh, this is like a Picasso. Like, I understand this is like a beautiful thing, but for some reason, I don't sit and stare at it as long as I do if like, Joanne, whoever, like made something that I just find kind of interesting,
Yeah. No, it's a good way to just take in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was super fun. It really did feel like we kind of went on a vacation, even though like we were just there for a few hours while our dog underwent a spaying surgery. It was sort of a weird day in that regard, but it was actually pretty damn fun.
As a Texan, Matt, can you name the sports franchise out of San Antonio?
No, I cannot. The Spurs.
Really?
The Spurs. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Sorry,
kinda
it took me a
easy.
second here. Anyway, I hope you're proud of me. That's what's on the menu.
I'm very proud of you, and thank you.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. That's where I had some good Tex-Mex in San Antonio.
Really?
Because the story I heard wasn't very good.
I loved it.
Oh.
So, yeah. I mean,
Hey,
the person who you heard it from doesn't really have the adventurous palate that I do, I guess.
My favorite part of the Alamo story is when at the end the Jamaican bobsled team wins.
Yeah, they
What
should
a
make that into a
twist.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that was Shea Fondolay, and thank you, Matt, for sharing some of your food experiences with us. We appreciate that.
That was Davy Crockett, right?
That was Davy Crockett. Yep. There's a statue of him in the garden
Yeah.
that I saw. Did not pee on it.
Yeah,
Didn't
that-
pee on Davy Crockett.
No, I didn't.
You
It
should
would've
just
been
preface
weird.
what you've peed on and what you haven't peed on in the beginning.
Yeah, I
Generally,
mean,
if
you
it's
should
like
Dawson's
a
gonna ask.
museum setting with families
You should
around,
be upfront
not
with that.
Yeah.
Dawson's gonna ask.
Actually, I did pee at a bathroom at the Alamo. They did have a restroom that I went and peed at.
Kinda
but
counts,
it was,
dude.
It was an
Kinda
appropriate
counts.
place to pee. Like you're supposed to
Yeah.
pee there. The guard
Yeah.
told me to pee there.
Did
You
you
said you
remember
peed-
the Alamo while you did it?
I did. That
Okay.
was. I said, "This is the moment I'll
I'm
remember."
going to remember this Alamo forever.
All right. Well, that was Watercooler, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in and hanging out with us today. Now let's go around and get our plugs in. I'll start with Mr. Alamo, Matt Fondelier. What do you got for us?
Well, excuse me, clear my throat there. I've been producing a new show called The Presumption. It's out right now. Please subscribe. It would mean a lot. We have a bunch of great guests lined up. I've been working a lot on it. So it would be awesome if you would check out The Presumption. Also, Sword and Scale Nightmares. Another one of my episodes is coming out on Thursday. So I'll tell you guys about that later on this week. And as mentioned before, our Patreon. If you'd
Yes.
like, it'd be nice.
Well, Matt, congratulations on the new podcast. Glad to see that. Now you're doing another podcast where you're probably going to have to leave our show early because we see where you put your priorities. Sorry, I'm just projecting because Kaylin's working on another podcast. And I can't take it if somebody has another podcast they're working or producing. It's just crazy. It's too much. All right, Dawson, what do you got to plug?
Nuts. I'm certainly not working on a new podcast with Ralph Pizzullo called Heroes Behind Headlines. I'm not doing that. The first episode of the second season is out now. It's on the Black Dahlia. This dude thinks his dad was the murderer.
Crazy.
And he actually he's written 8 books and he tries to pin 50 murders on his dad in 50 years.
Dang, having
It's
your son
gnarly.
call you out,
Gnarly.
you must have been a real piece of work. If-
And the
After
Comedy
your death, your
Chateau
son's trying to
Comedy
still ruin your
Festival.
legacy. Anyway, go ahead, Doss. Tell us about this festival.
The Comedy Chateau Comedy Festival is in full swing, and I'm on stage again Thursday night and Saturday night. So if you're in the Valley, you have zero excuse because you can use the code FESTMIC, all one word, all caps, for free tickets. It's a
Yeah.
Thursday night show.
And that's
And
Mike,
I
like your
really hope
name,
you can make
Mike
it.
Dawson.
Right. Fest Mike.
Right.
Fest, FESTMIKE.
There you go.
Yeah. How was your
And
set
thank
the other
you.
day?
Actually, it was awesome. I was feeling it, but I was on so late in the show that like 70% of the crowd left.
Mm,
So I did my set to like 20 people, but they were a raucous 20. They loved it, but
Yeah.
but it was great. It felt really good. It's really becoming a lot more fun. And I'm gonna do a different set on Thursday night. So
nice.
and none of my friends showed up on Sunday night. So you didn't miss anything. And it wouldn't matter if I repeated it because you weren't there.
Ah, yeah. So you could be doing the same set, but it'd be new to other people.
I could, for
anyway.
all you know, I could be doing the same
Yeah.
set Thursday night, but I'm not.
Glad you're doing it, buddy. And Gary, what do you got?
CTV, you haven't seen it. It's new to you.
True.
Let's see. I will plug this podcast because it's the one I care about. Go to patreon.com/watercooler to join our Watercooler Patreon. We have an extra episode each week. There's other tiers with things like meetups, which are super fun. We did one last week, and we'll probably have one coming in the next week or two. And movie nights if you're so inclined. So go check out patreon.com/watercooler. For right now, it is the best and only way to support this show for now. So yeah, check that out.
Nice. Great plug. And as for my plug, I'm going to forego my personal plug and give it to a listener, Peter Morrow. He submitted one on our Patreon page because we let people take over our plug segment. And I forgot to read his, so I'm going to read it now. So sorry, Peter, but here we go. Peter wants to, first he says, thank you guys for the support during my fencing tournament season. I did pretty all right this year.
Rock and roll.
Good, man. Yeah, we have,
Good job,
we have a
buddy.
guy who fences that listens to this show. The sword fighting.
Let's
So
be clear.
yeah, we got to be clear. So Peter writes, today I want to plug a new project that I am assisting with. Just go to youtube.com/@historical fencing network. Historical fencing network. And he says, our objective is to provide live streaming and video services to local and regional historical fencing tournaments, as well as provide information and commentary during the live stream events with the goal of making our sport more accessible to the casual viewer. Check out our first live stream on YouTube this Saturday. Yeah, we need more
Nice.
fencing content. There's not enough.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
I think we might have missed the this Saturday part of it.
we did. It's okay. It's still just subscribe because
Subscribe to
there's
the
going to be
channel.
more. There's going to be more. So yeah, there are live streams. There's going to be videos and learn more about this sport that we are just not as familiar as we should be with. So please check it out. Historical Fencing Network on YouTube. And
I
that will
want to
do
know
it.
if there are a lot of Inigo Montoya jokes at fencing
They
tournaments.
probably hate that by now, man.
You're right.
They're over it. Oh, they roll their eyes like, okay, here we go again.
It's like when Matt says, "See you next year" on New Year's Eve.
oh gosh, don't remind me. We're
I mean,
as
gonna
far away.
confuse it with an incredible comedic premise, Dawson. Then I don't know what you're doing. You're just shitting on your own point. But
now,
okay.
now I'm mad. You've made me angry at the end of this show. I'm gonna be going to dinner upset. All right. Well, anyway, that was Watercooler. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, for subscribing, for telling a friend. I mean, you all are just so important to us and really make this show what it is. And we just appreciate it. Please continue spreading the word because that's how we are best supported that and for signing up for our Patreon. And we will see you later this week for another episode. We love you. Goodbye.